When do you know that you're ready for a facelift? Well, basically, nowadays, with the abundance of information on social media, people are almost lured into having a facelift because everybody's having one. There are pros and cons to this because you feel less judgmental because everybody's talking about it. If you would be the only person in England having one, you would feel probably more exposed to judgment. However, because everybody's doing it, you feel like, oh, I have to do it much, much earlier. So it's a valuable question to ask yourself, when am I ready for it? Well, the bottom line is, usually it's a picture that you are taking at some point that just bugs you and you say like, no, that's not how I want to look, this is not how I feel. And very often the key point of my work is I'm addressing how people feel and how they look, especially when it comes to deep plane facelift surgery. Very often patients say, I feel so much younger than I look, so we need to address this. And this is really a good indicator when you say like, yeah, it's probably the time to think about a facelift, because you see pictures of yourself that do not reflect how you feel on the inside. And a good surgeon should be able to listen to you and identify where is this balance, and also manage expectations. If you feel like a 23-year-old and you act like a 23-year-old and you're 112, then you have to talk to a surgeon that is very stern with you and tell you what's possible, because you don't want to look like a little kid. But bring those pictures to the consultation, because it's this emotional connection to one specific picture that I consider to be very valuable to create the aesthetic goal setting in a way that also makes sense to you and to me. And it also makes me understand what details of the face you pay a lot of attention to. Speaking of those details that pushed you over the edge, and now you say, well, there's a discrepancy between how I feel and how I look. And I think that's a good indicator to start the journey for a deep plane facelift.